Hey guys, BasalMicrobe's from the BabbleTalkPod. I'm excited to announce that I have a new segment, and that segment is called Gaming Talk. So Gaming Talk is going to be me talking about old video games that I've played in the past, video games that I'm playing now in present time, or video games that I might play later on in the future. I'm excited to talk about this, so without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Alright, we're going to start off with Marvel Nemesis. Boy, this game takes me back. So this game was developed by EA. Yes, that EA. And it was released on September 20th, 2005 for several gaming consoles, which was Nintendo DS, the PSP, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and the GameCube. I played it for the PS2 and PSP, and I'll tell you something, they're both different. For the PS2 version, this one has a story, it actually has a story to it. Whereas in the PSP, it was just a basic fighting game, But this game was a financial flop, and because it received many negative reviews, they ended up pulling the plug on the game, and they canceled all future sequels for the game as well, which is really disappointing because I actually enjoyed the game. But hey, it is what it is, right? Alright, for the story. The way the story goes is like this. There's a new alien invasion happening in New York City. And along this new alien invasion comes new enemies. And these new enemies are known as the Imperfects. Who are the Imperfects? The Imperfects are pretty much the embodiment of what a perfect soldier should be. These experiments were created by Niels van Rokel, and because these experiments were failures, he called them the Imperfects. Only one human host came out to be the perfect soldier, and that host is known as Paragon. I should be explaining more details of the characters later on in the video, but as story goes, that's pretty much what it's about. Marvel characters facing off a new threat, and trust me, these new characters don't fuck around. Alright, we're going to be getting into the characters. So, there are about 20 playable characters in the roster. We have 12 Marvel characters, and then we have 8 imperfect characters. Just because I won't remember all of them on the top of my head, I'm going to use my handy dandy notebook. As Steve will always say from Blue's Clues. So, I'm about to name them. We have, in the Marvel roster, we have Spider-Man, The Thing, Wolverine, Elektra, Magneto, Human Torch, Storm, Captain America, Iron Man, Doctor Doom, Daredevil, and Venom. Now, coming from the Imperfects roster, we have Brigade, Wink, Hazmat, Vault Zone, Johnny Oham, Solara, Niles Van Rokel, and Paragon. In total, that's 20. And one thing I will admit is that I like that EA created original characters. Each of them have a unique backstory. My favorite ones so far were the Wink and Brigade. And on top of that, the thing that's weird is for the PSP version, they have Captain America and Doctor Doom. For the other consoles, they have Human Torch and Daredevil, which is weird. I don't know why, but hey, beats me. And on top of that, some of them have unique fighting abilities, fighting styles. For example, you have Vault Zone. Her character in the story, her backstory, she's pretty much like she used to be a ballerina dancer, and her fighting style is her almost having a ballerina-like fighting technique, if that's the best way to describe it. But other than that, I just like that EA created these original characters. Alright, my final thoughts and comments on the game. Overall, this game was a pretty good and fun experience, at least for me, and it's always going to be a part of my childhood. I still own a PSP, but since the PSP is old and the hardware is outdated, I can no longer play video games, or at least play video games properly. I still own a copy of the Marvel Nemesis game for the PSP, and unfortunately it doesn't really load anymore, it just stays stuck on the menu screen. RIP. I wish I could play this game again. I've actually done research online, and some people still own this game and they're selling it for a really high price. Some are selling it to like $80. Some of them are even selling for $1,000. Why? Like, I know this game is rare, unique, but god damn, give us a break here. But yes, it's a really fun game. And by the way, before I forget, the music for this game was amazing. Each time I was on the main menu or choosing a character, the music would pop out. It would just give me chills each time I play. But yes, this is BasalMicrobe in Gaming Talk. I shall see you guys next time.